Hey y'all, it's your girl Nida and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to talk about e.l.f. makeup. Now, if you're an OG makeup lover, or if you got into makeup around that 2012-ish, 2011 to 2013 area, then e.l.f. was your bestie. When I first got into makeup, that's what I used. I used e.l.f. I used e.l.f. brushes, e.l.f. eyeshadows, e.l.f. eyeliner. There were no complexion products in my shade in e.l.f. So that was a no. But now there are. They have come out with the Flawless Finish Foundation. They have their 16-hour camo concealer. I picked up one of the primers. I picked up this primer that everybody's talking about, the Tatcha. It's a dupe for the Tatcha Silk Canvas primer. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I didn't pick up a powder because I didn't find a powder in my shade. But yeah, so I picked up these products and I wanted to test them out. Let's do a bop or flop on these e.l.f. complexion products. I also picked up a e.l.f. blur stick. It's the first time I'm doing a bop or flop on a bunch of products at one time. So we'll see. So I picked up two of the e.l.f. foundations. I got one online and I managed to snag one in Target. In Target they did have the deeper shades, but they didn't have it. It was too deep for me. They had all the shades that were deeper than me, so I was like, this doesn't help. So I grabbed a shade that I saw online, because online you can match yourself to a foundation that you wear from another brand and it'll tell you what you wear in e.l.f. And I wear ColourPop 175 and I wear NYX the Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. I wear the shade Cappuccino, as well as Cappuccino in the Total Drop Control foundation. And I'm starting to think that I'm either buying the wrong shades or e.l.f. doesn't quite understand like the correlation between those two shades to the one that they matched me. So when I went on e.l.f.'s website and I'm over here like, yeah, I'm gonna find my shades. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the damn thing. It matched me with a shade that was definitely too dark for me. So, okay, let me see if I can pull it up here. A little something about the foundation. It retails for $6, so it is cheap. It is really cheap. I was kind of surprised at how cheap it was. I guess initially it didn't have a lot of shades, so they've expanded the range and it now has 40 shades, and they range from, I believe it's fair to deep or fair to rich. Actually, yeah, fair to rich and richest. Fair to richest. Cute. So, all right. When I go on here, you can hit find my shade on the website. So I'm gonna do that on my phone. And if I say, you know, I go find my shade, I select the brand. So let's do for NYX, the Total Drop, not Total Drop, but the let's do the Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage foundation. And like I said, I am the shade Cappuccino. So let's go on down here and find this Cappuccino. Shade 17 Cappuccino. Now, this is going to spit out what it thinks my shade is. All right, it's telling me my shade is espresso. All right, that's what this says. This says my shade is espresso. You want to know what espresso is in the e.l.f. foundation? This is espresso. This is espresso. Espresso is rich with golden olive undertones. I have yellow golden undertones, and this definitely looks way too dark. Now, espresso doesn't look anything like my ColourPop foundation. It does not look anything like my NYX foundation. This just looks way too dark. Yeah, this just looks way too dark for me. We don't match. So I took it into my hands to look for shades that I felt would match, and the two shades that looked closer to my actual skin tone are the shades Cinnamon which is deep with golden undertones. It's more me. And latte, which is deep with olive undertones. Now, latte is a bit of a stretch. I'm not gonna lie. Latte is a bit of a stretch. I'm just gonna hope for the best with this. And I think cinnamon might be me. If not, then I'll have to mix. I don't know if mixing these two will work, but I will probably have to mix. So yeah. All right, and like I said, I also picked up the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I'm gonna open this up and show you. I did dig into this the other day, just to kind of see how it would feel on my skin, to kind of do like a patch test. So this is what it looks like in the container. It's got like a waxy kind of finish on the top. I feel like you really have to I had to dig it. I had to dig in here to kind of get the product up to put it on my face. This retails for $8, and the camo concealer I believe is also $6. I picked up the shade Deep Cinnamon in the camo concealer, which Deep Cinnamon kind of looks like my actual like a foundation shade that might work for me. So the next shade up from that looked a little too light for what I like to put under my eyes to conceal. But yeah, actually the camo concealer is $5. So everything I have here is super cheap. $6 for the foundation, $8 for the primer, and $5 for the concealer, which is significantly cheaper than what I pay for Shape Tape. I paid $20 something. No, yeah, $25 for Shape Tape. Let's talk about how much you get in each product. So in the concealer, you get about 0.203 fluid ounces, 6 milliliters. In Shape Tape, I believe you get 10 milliliters, 0.330. I can't even read that. That's too small without my glasses. For the foundation, you are getting 0.68 fluid ounces, 20 milliliters of product for $6. That's not bad. The foundation packaging is very cute. You've got these frosted bottles. I kind of hate frosted bottles on foundations because if I can't get to swatch it, which was my problem in Target when I picked up Target and online, essentially, you can't swatch. So when I picked these up, I'm looking at these frosted bottles like, mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me who's the fairest of all. I don't know. I can't tell. So yeah, it has a pump, which I like. I love foundations with a pump. I'm tired of shaking stuff out on my hand, and I'm tired of it. I love foundations with a pump. Every foundation these days should come with a pump. We are in the age of pumps on foundations, damn it. So yeah. But anyways, got the blur stick. I hate how these packages are so hard to open, but got the blur stick, so I'm gonna use that on the outside perimeter of my face. The blur stick says it blurs the look of imperfections and minimizes the appearance of pores while priming the skin. The silicone-free primer stick blurs the look of pores, fine lines, and imperfections while providing a smooth base for makeup application. The universal color works on all skin tones and can be used alone for a naturally soft focus look, infused with witch hazel to help absorb excess oil. Oh, okay, I've never used a primer with witch hazel. Please don't break me out. It doesn't have a funky smell or anything, so that's a plus. Let's see about the Poreless Putty Primer. This claims this is a perfecting putty primer, smooths the skin and preps it with squalene? I think it's squalane. To help moisturize and grip makeup for all day wear. The velvety texture glides over the skin, smoothing over imperfections for a poreless effect. So, which is great because my pores look a little bigger than they normally do, which happens when I get sick. My pores look freaking huge. So I have already moisturized. I have used the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid drops. I don't know why I just do that blank. Drops, and my Maybelline, the frick am I talking about? my Olay moisturizer. That's what's on my face. Anytime I moisturize, that is my daytime moisturize routine. My nighttime moisturize routine consists of my Yes 2 Carrots night cream and my hyaluronic acid drops, because that's a day and a nighttime thing. So yeah, I'm going to put this. This doesn't have a smell either. This is truly unscented, which is cool. So I'm just going to take some of this and smooth it on my face. And I've seen most people apply this on their face using their hands. So I'm going to do the same. The first time when I patch tested this on my face and on my arm, I didn't see a difference on my arm. On my face, I did see some difference in how my skin looked. I think I put too much on that side. It does have a bit of a gray cast. I can say that much. It definitely does have a gray cast to it. You can see where I put a little more on this side than on that side. I'm just gonna even that out over here. The majority of my pores are focused right in this area, the larger ones. As you can see, I look a little pale. So that's all the places where I put this. Now for the blur stick, I'm gonna go around the perimeter of my face, more so like my forehead and around here. Why are all these e.l.f. primers so ashy? These joints are ashy. I look ghostly. I look ghostly. I don't know what they're talking about, where you can just wear this on your face as it is, like for sheer coverage or whatever, because that's a lie. If you are not pale, the palest of pale, I do not suggest putting that on your face by itself. No ma'am. So primers on. Like I said, if you are not pale, I do not suggest putting this on, putting this blur stick on, talking about some sheer, you know, just a nice soft poreless coverage. Like, girl, no, you look pale. I look pale. I look sick. I look sick. But my pores look blurred. All right. All right. I'm okay. All right. Let me see if I can zoom y'all in close enough for y'all to see. You see that? Like I said, sheer. I don't know what that is on my nose. Sheer my ass, but these pores do look significantly smaller. So yeah, I'm also going to use the concealer to do some pre-foundation concealing because it says you can. I got some dark spots that I definitely want to cover up a little bit. This shade is actually pretty nice. It's kind of close to what I would what my Shape Tape is. Coverage is nice too. Okay, so I'm going to do a test to see which one is right. I'm going to do cinnamon on this side of my face, and cinnamon is the deep with golden undertones, and I'm going to do latte on this side, and that is the deep with olive undertones. Take cinnamon. That's a lot of... Wow, I'm dumb. Switch. I put latte. Wait, no, I did. No, this is cinnamon. What am I talking about? Cinnamon. Okay, that is a lot. It's a little too much. And I'm gonna blend that in. This has a scent. I can't put my finger on what the scent is, but it does have a scent. It smells kind of perfumey. Yeah, it does. It smells like perfume. That doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad. I like this coverage. Okay. All right, let's try latte on the other side. Ooh. Latte looks very olive. Ooh, latte looks a little too olive. Okay, this looks like this might not actually work. Doing a smaller patch. Yeah. Okay. I like cinnamon much better. Yeah, I like cinnamon much better. So I'm gonna do the rest of my face with cinnamon and not latte. The finish is pretty nice, but it did not cover this dark spot right here very well. Well, it covered it okay. I feel like I'm just gonna be in this perpetual hell until this zit or this dark mark goes away. Okay, so far so good. I don't feel any itchiness or anything. The coverage is not that bad. It's pretty good. This is scented and I can still smell it, because sometimes foundations will have a slight scent and it goes away like as soon as you blend it in. No, I'm still smelling this, like high key still smelling it. Okay, so here is the finished look. This looks good. This actually looks really nice. I haven't gone outside to take any pictures yet, but so far this looks really good. So I'm gonna wear it for a couple hours. I'm gonna wear test it for y'all and let you guys know how I feel about these e.l.f. products. Like, wow. Let me zoom you guys in a little more so you can see like my face. Did you see that? I look poreless. The concealer creased really bad, but other than that, wow. Okay, so I'll see y'all in a couple hours. All right, guys, so I'm back. It is 1:17 in the morning. It is late. Finished my makeup around 6 o'clock. That's when I finished my makeup. So I've had this makeup on for a while. I look super shiny in here because of my ring light is mad bright, and I don't have any other lights in my room, just my ring light right now. So, final thoughts. After putting on my makeup, my face looked real, just smooth, poreless. Like, I was super surprised at that the primer putty in here just filled in all of my pores and made it look like I didn't have any. The blur stick around here. I can't really tell if it really made that big of a difference. For the most part, like my forehead and the perimeter of my face and everywhere else I put it looked about the same. When I initially put on the foundation, I didn't like how it looked across my nose, but I think I needed to moisturize better. And I don't think that blur stick or the primer putty, one of the two just doesn't work on my nose. So I probably won't be putting either of them there. I'll put a different primer there. Yeah, my face felt hydrated under my foundation. This foundation dries down to a satin finish. Like, it's not like super matte, but when you put powder and then setting spray and all that on top, it does get matte. Because I did realize after I got done with my makeup and before I took pictures, I'm like, I look really, really, really matte. So yeah, like it started off satin, and then as it dried down more and then you add more products on top, I was matte. So I ended up spraying my face with some Fix Plus, and that kind of just breathe some life into my face because I think it was just a little too matte for my liking. The foundation shade that worked for me was Cinnamon. That is the one with the golden undertones. I was kind of worried because doing my makeup and looking in the viewfinder, I was like, I look pale. But as you can see, I'm not pale. I took some video for Snapchat. There is no flashback. Like, I was over there all upon Snapchat with the damn flash on, and I didn't get any flashback, crazy enough. So that is a plus. Let me see if I can find it. There I go. No flashback. No flashback. So it looks good. My face feels pretty comfortable. Let me grab a mirror. Yeah, my face feels pretty comfortable. Sometimes when I wear foundation, I see little like bumps start to just kind of pop up, and I don't see that. This concealer creased the worst I've ever seen on me. The worst I've ever seen a concealer crease. Like, this just didn't even hold up under my eyes, like at all. At all. It was just a no. My forehead's a little, oh yeah, I'm a little oily. I didn't do any touch-ups or anything like that because I wanted for you guys to just see it as it is at the end of the day. So I decided to bring you guys a little closer. I am oily. This is odd because I usually don't get oily on my forehead, but around here is just a little oily. My nose for sure. Oh, it's a little oily, but not as oily as I expected. I still look pretty smooth. The pores are a little bit more out in effect. I can see, like, especially on this side of my face, I can see my pores more than on this side and more than earlier today. Got some creasing in around my mouth. That's my cheek. So yeah, seeing some pores, but not as much as, say, if I wasn't wearing any makeup at all or I didn't use the primer. Over here, there's a lot more going on. But other than that, I like the shade. I like the finish. I feel like if I did touch up throughout the day, I'd probably be a little less oily and my pores probably wouldn't be as visible. But they're only super visible on like one side of my face. So maybe I didn't add enough on that side. I don't know. But other than that, I like it. Everything right now is a bop except for the concealer. The concealer is a flop for me. I thought it would cover this more and it didn't. Like, I don't know. And when you say 16-hour wear, I'm expecting for this to be on. Like, for this shit to not crease, to just be there. And it didn't. Like, it settled all in these little lines under my eyes. It just looks like it's not even there. Like, it looks like there's like no product there. So, yeah. That concealer is a total, it's a flop for me. I don't really like the concealer. But everything else, the foundation and the primers are good. Those are bops. The e.l.f. Prep and Blur Stick. I need to try this out some more. So it's a soft bop for now. This is a soft bop. The 16-hour camo concealer is a flop for me. You know, I have it now, so I'm definitely gonna have to finish it and use it up, but yeah, I don't really like this because it creased like ridiculously on me. And the foundation, the Flawless Finish Foundation in the shade Cinnamon. This is a bop. I really, really love this. For $6, this you can't go wrong with this. And the Poreless Putty Primer is a bop for me as well. I really like it a lot. The only downside to these two primers is you will look ghostly if you are not pale. If you are my complexion, darker, you will look ghostly, okay? Ghostly, because these joints are, say they're sheer. Well, this blur stick was the one that was like, oh, you can just wear this on its own. You can't wear this on its own if you have like tan to deep. You're tan to deep, don't put that on by itself. And this one gives you kind of like that ghostly grayish looking tint, but it's a primer and it's going on under your makeup. And this doesn't claim for you to wear it by itself, but this blur and this prep and blur stick, y'all lying. Y'all telling a whole lie. But soft bop, because I need to try this out some more. Full bop, I actually really like this a lot. Flop for me. And a bop for me. So yeah, e.l.f. I see what y'all working with. Keep up the good work. I will see what other products cross my eye. I'll see what other products catch my eye from e.l.f. and, you know, maybe I'll pick them up in the future and do a little bop or flop review on them as well. If you guys think of any e.l.f. products you'd like me to try, make sure to let me know down in the comment section. If there are any other brands you would like to see me do a bop or flop review on, please let me know and I'll make sure to check them out, see what I can grab from them, and let y'all know what the real tea is. So that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye!